The last decade has produced layers of abandonment and the resulting effects upon our American cities. One of these tragic crises which we need to address immediately is the genocide of young African American males. They are using guns and violence against each other in our city and cities across the nation. This is a tragedy beyond words. There are continuing demands and cries for the police to stop it or government to stop it. Neither police nor government will stop it. Arresting people only provides temporary relief and will not stop the madness. The only way to stop it is to begin raising our children properly. We've got to properly educate our children and instill in them the best and most noble of values. The highest among them is that violence, which is a learned behavior, must stop. By coming together on this issue, many of us no longer have to stand alone as the only ones with our fingers in the dike. Many cities in our region are suffering from this genocide. Now the National Conference of Mayors, the National League of Cities, the National Conference of Black Mayors, and others are speaking with one voice and calling for solutions far beyond just police as a way to deal with this crisis. The solutions are before us, yet many do not see them, they do not hear them, and they do not talk about them. One only has to understand the causes of black-on-black crime to take effective action. This is no curse. It is caused by humans, and it can be solved by humans. Service to the people, to me, is one of the noblest things any person can do. And the highest honor in service to people is to be elected. I've never seen myself doing the politically safe thing or whatever the polls say. My job was never to just tell people what they wanted to hear or the politically correct thing, but rather what is the right thing to do. I was always honest, straightforward, or blunt, as some would say. However, there was a price to pay. It has always angered some who thought I shouldn't be that way. But if you are not who you really are, then you're a fraud to yourself and others. In spite of being outspoken and stubborn at times, I created over 100 major laws, programs, or initiatives during 40 years of public service and took hundreds of other actions that have helped thousands of people. I, with your support, have tried to give a vision for our city's future and that of a world-class city. The London Times magazine has recognized Wilmington as an up-and-coming micro world-class city. This is why we should continue to strive to make Wilmington not only a place to be somebody, but a world-class city for living, working, entertaining, and visiting. In our sister city relationships, we are already related to France, Germany, Great Britain, Nigeria, Sweden, and we have a friendship city in China. Matter of fact, just today, we met with the Chinese and we're going forward on trying to make them also a sister city in Ningbo, China. If you haven't noticed, the old model of the nation state is struggling to survive. Not only are we changing as a nation, so are all nations changing around the world. The only constant are cities worldwide that are moving, changing, innovating, and giving visionary leadership. A world-class city was always my goal for our great city. We were not trying to be Paris, Rome, or London, but a city where its uniqueness would cause people to want to live, work, and be entertained and visit. Let's continue to enjoy the beauty of our city, the history of our city, the neighborhoods of our city, the waters of our city, the great educational institutions of our city, the unique businesses of our city, and the people of our city who are the ones that make all of these sectors in Wilmington work and flourish. The human spirit cannot be defeated unless crushed by hatred, doubt, and fear. Government is a necessity of humankind, for only God can govern without human input or control. It is not about who is smarter, who has the right philosophy or religious belief. It's about human beings trying to make this country, this very city, live within a more perfect union, and that union is made up of Americans of all colors, all religions, all political thoughts, and all sections of the country, living under the laws of man, such as our Constitution, and those prescribed by God is for all men and women. A greater America and city is ours for the making. If we work together, we can continue growing the greatness of our city and the uplifting of the better part of our nature. We must use our creativity, our faith, our intellect, our understanding, and tolerate our differences to make it happen.